Hey, the lucky one. Now, there is so much sap in this movie. If I were to use this to fill up maple syrup bottles, I could get 2 bottles of maple syrup from this movie. Like, oh my God, I hate this film. Yeah, I did not like this movie. Now, counting this movie, The Lucky One, I have seen 3 Nicholas Sparks movies. I've seen, well, A Walk to Remember, The Notebook, and this movie, The Lucky One. I haven't seen the others, but from what I understand, they pretty much follow the same formula where you got a mysterious guy and a woman that's frustrated with love, fate-driven events that bring them together. And it's just rehashing the same formula over and over again, and that I didn't like at all. I was like, oh God. That's one of the problems. Let's get to the plot of this movie before I go into some of the other problems in this film. Okay, so this stars Zac Efron and Taylor Schilling. Taylor Schilling is Beth. Zac Efron is Logan. And Logan finds a photo. He's an Iraq War Marine veteran. He finds this photo on a tour in Iraq. When he finds this photo, he narrowly misses a bomb that if he didn't find the photo, he would have gotten killed. And he feels that's fate, and that this means that he must find this woman and thank her for what happened. And feels that his photo is protecting him. So sappy, oh God. This feels like bullshit. And we have an antagonist in this movie. Beth's ex-husband is the antagonist in this movie, a real bully, spoiled brat because he's a politician's son, and he's a cop, so he likes to use his badge to get what he wants and everything. I was like, oh God. Stereotypical antagonist, which is another problem with this movie. That's another cliche kind of deal. Some of the real big problems with this movie, along with the rehashing of the same formula over again, the stereotypical antagonist, that's 2. Number 3, scanners exist nowadays, and if you wanted to find somebody with a photograph, you could probably just scan the photo into the internet and use the internet to find this person. Logan doesn't do that. He just uses the lighthouse in the background to find out who this woman is and where she lives, and that is just a little bit unbelievable. I mean, seriously. Well, I mean, wouldn't it be making it much more sense for him to scan the photo into a computer and just look for her that way? That's another thing. We're just looking for her, and this is borderline. This is cross the border into stalker territory. I mean, isn't it just like a movie to turn obsession into a romance? I mean, yeah, that's like saying the Sting song, Every Breath You Take, that's a romantic song. No, that's not a romantic song. That's a song about obsession. Here's a problem. Logan doesn't just, when Logan goes to find Beth in Louisiana, and he lives in Colorado, he doesn't drive. He walks the whole distance. Walks? Seriously? Now, I just love the fact that the movie does not tell us how long it takes him to get from Colorado to Louisiana walking. I mean, that's over 1,000 miles. And I mean, in reality, if you were to walk that kind of a distance, you would have to stop every so often to rest, to eat, to sleep at motels, I guess. And he's also walking with a German Shepherd too. It's like, please, this is unbelievable. This is insanity to try to believe that this story could happen, well, I know it's just a movie, but we're supposed to believe in this story and everything. Oh God, it's crazy. The movie is so fate-driven. That's another problem with this movie. Every coincidence after coincidence, he just finds this photograph. He happens to be good with dogs, and she happens to meet a man that's good with dogs. I mean, oh my God, this is so sappy, fate-driven nonsense. Oh God, I can't stand that kind of bullshit. And And there's not just one photograph in this movie. It's not a problem. There are 2 photographs! There are 2 photographs driving this movie. And later on, he finds another photograph that brings him back to her after he gets back the other one. Oh my, it's like 2 photographs now? He finds the other photograph near the climax. Like, oh, jeez. And the final problem I have with this movie is the redemption of our antagonist, the ex-husband. The ex-husband gets a moment of redemption, and for some extent I tend to like that guy a little bit afterwards, but we don't get to really like the redemption of him that much because something bad. I don't want to spoil it if someone else does, if some of you see this movie, because I would like you to see it for yourself and maybe just decide your own opinion. But I don't know if I don't really like the redemption because you don't really get the chance to know if we like the new way the ex-husband is, because oh god, I don't want to say it because of what happens to him within the redemption. It's just, I mean, that just feels kind of dumb. But this is just a terrible movie. I hate movies that are driven by unbelievable fate and goes beyond logic and borders into just plain insanity and uses obsession. It tries to turn obsession into love. That's just plain crazy. It's sappy, boring, bland nonsense. Oh God, 3 out of 10. I hate this movie.